So Caitlin Clark obviously has been a hot button topic on the show and took the WNBA by storm last year. Now her team is going to have 41 of their 44 games nationally televised, while the reigning champs, the Liberty, only have
Something big is happening in the WNBA, and one name is behind it all. Caitlin Clark. She's just 23, new to the league, and already she's the most talked about player in the country. Before Caitlin, the Indiana Fever wasn't a team people cared much about. But now, they're the biggest thing in women's basketball. Tickets? Sold out. TV time? A record-breaking 41 out of 44 games on national television. And the reason? Caitlin Clark. But not everyone's happy. Some say she's overhyped. Others think it's all just marketing. If that were true, wouldn't every player be a superstar? The reality is, Caitlin is winning games, packing stadiums, and making history. She's not just playing, she's changing everything.
Just bringing different people in, you have some veteran leadership and you have some winning experience, and that's a perfect storm, really, with the players that you already had.
Just 3 years ago, the Indiana Fever? Yeah, most people didn't care. No tickets selling, no TV time, no big moments. In 2022, they had a terrible 6-26 record. Even WNBA fans weren't watching. Some nights there were so few people in the stands, you could count them on your fingers. Other teams didn't even take them seriously. They had good players, but nobody was talking about them. The local news barely mentioned them, and big networks, they ignored them completely. But now, the Fever are everywhere. This season, 41 of their 44 games are on national TV, the most in WNBA history. Even championship teams don't get that kind of attention. And this didn't just happen randomly. TV networks didn't help them out. They fought for their games. The same team that no one watched is now must-see TV, all because of one name, Caitlin Clark. Her first regular season game, 2.2 million people watched it. That's more than last year's WNBA Finals. Think about that. Not a championship game. Not the playoffs. Just her first game ever. Even her preseason games were huge. When she went back to Iowa for an exhibition, tickets, 15,000 of them, sold out in an hour. ESPN, ABC, and CBS aren't showing these games to be nice. Let's be real. They're doing it because Caitlin's games bring in big money. Advertisers want in. Sponsors are lining up. Every time she steps on the court, the league makes more money. This isn't just a good season. It's not just a lucky moment. It's a full-on takeover. Caitlin Clark is changing everything. She's not just filling seats. She's making teams change where they play. No, really. Some arenas weren't big enough for the crowds coming to see her. So 6 teams had to move their games to NBA arenas. That's right, when she comes to town, normal WNBA stadiums aren't big enough. We're talking about places like the United Center in Chicago, home of the Bulls, the American Airlines Center in Dallas, where the Mavericks play, and the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, where the Hawks play. These are NBA arenas, and they had to move games there because of one rookie. And people still call that overhyped? Please. This isn't a trend, it's a movement. Caitlin Clark has turned the WNBA into the biggest show in town. Tickets? Crazy expensive. You want to see her play? You better grab those seats fast. Fans are showing up in Fever jerseys everywhere, even in cities far from Indiana. And road games. They don't even feel like road games anymore. Every arena she plays in looks like a Caitlin Clark home game. And her jersey? It's the best-selling jersey in the whole WNBA. Not just among rookies. Not just among stars. The whole league. She's not just making the Fever better, she's making the entire WNBA bigger. Sponsors are happy. TV networks are making bank. Even the haters are watching, because how could they not? Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a game changer. If this is what being overhyped looks like, then maybe the whole WNBA could use a little of that hype, because let's be real, everyone is paying attention. People say she's overhyped. It's just marketing. She's only famous because she's white. She hasn't even won a championship. She's taking attention from veteran players. Okay, time out. Let's take a breath and really look at this. Yes, Caitlin Clark is getting a lot of attention, but why? Because she's earning it. Hype doesn't last unless there's something real behind it. If this was all just talk, people would have lost interest by now. Instead, the numbers keep going up. More people are watching, more tickets are selling, more jerseys are flying off the shelves. So, what's the truth? Caitlin Clark isn't being given anything for free. She's proving herself with every game. From the moment she stepped into the league, the pressure was huge. Expectations were sky high. Cameras followed her everywhere. Social media exploded. And what did she do? She showed up and played, sinking long threes like it's easy, passing the ball like she has eyes in the back of her head, leading her team, scoring big, never scared, never backing down. Marketing alone doesn't do that. Talent does. And that whole "she's only famous because she's white" argument, let's be honest, race plays a role in sports media. That's a real issue. But blaming Clark for it is missing the point. She didn't ask for special treatment. She just worked hard and played her game. And if being white was all it took, the WNBA would have been breaking records a long time ago. The real difference? Clark brought something new. Huge talent, a loyal college fan base, and excitement the league has been waiting for. And now, the WNBA is finally getting the attention it deserves. And can we drop the "she hasn't won a title" talk? She's a rookie. A rookie. Some people expect her to win a championship, fix the world, and invent time travel all in one season. Relax. You don't judge a player only by rings. You judge them by impact. And right now, Caitlin Clark is the impact. As for the veteran players upset about the spotlight, listen, they've worked hard. They've earned respect. But Clark didn't steal the spotlight. The world gave it to her because people want to see her play. And let's be clear, her success is lifting the whole league. More people are watching, more money is coming in, bigger paychecks, bigger opportunities. If that makes you mad, maybe the problem isn't Clark. Maybe it's ego. The haters keep changing their argument. She's only good in college. Then she dominates her first WNBA games. She won't last. Then she keeps putting up numbers. She's only popular because of the media, but the media follows what the fans care about. And guess what? Fans care about Caitlin Clark. If she breathes, it's trending. If she scores, it's a meme. If she misses, sports shows debate about it for hours. That's not overhype. That's star power. And here's the funny thing. Some of these haters don't even watch the games. They just get mad seeing her on their timeline. They don't care about stats. They don't care about wins. They just want to complain because someone else is in the spotlight. That's not analysis. That's just hating for fun. And the best part? Even the haters are making her bigger. Every comment, every rant, every hot take just spreads her name further. You can't scroll without seeing her. You can't watch sports news without hearing about her. She's living rent-free in the minds of people who claim they don't care. So go ahead, keep talking, keep doubting, because every time they do, she drops another highlight, gains another 10,000 fans, and makes the WNBA even bigger. Clark doesn't need to respond. She lets the scoreboard and the sold-out crowds do the talking. And when the playoffs roll around, yeah, she might just silence every critic the best way possible by winning. Let's talk numbers. Since Caitlin Clark joined the league, WNBA revenue has shot up by 48%. That's almost half. And no, that's not a mistake. The league's biggest money jump happened the same year Clark showed up. A coincidence? Not a chance. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. The Fever's home games sold out. Road games, same deal. Her jersey outsold the entire league. Yes, the whole league. And when she played a preseason game back at her old college, tickets sold out in 1 hour before they even went on sale to the public. This isn't luck. It's real, history-making growth in women's sports. And it's all happening because one player is getting people to watch, cheer, and spend. Sponsorships are up. Big brands want in. TV networks are paying more for rights. And the best part? Players are finally seeing the benefits. A new deal now gives WNBA players better pay, better travel, and maternity protections. And guess what? That didn't happen just because people felt nice. It happened because Clark is turning her impact into real value for the whole league. And here's the crazy part. She's not even asking for it. She's not online complaining. She's not calling press conferences. She's just playing basketball. And her game is doing all the talking. By the way, if you've made it this far, you're clearly into this, so why not hit that follow button? It's free, it's fast, and it helps us keep bringing you great WNBA content, highlights, player stories, behind-the-scenes moments, you name it. Plus, you'll always be up to date on your favorite players and teams. So go ahead, tap follow now. Now, back to the Indiana Fever. Just a couple of years ago, they were barely a blip on the radar. Empty seats, no national TV. Even their own fans had a tough time staying hopeful. Now, they're the hottest ticket in the game. Every night feels like an event. They're not just winning games. They're winning hearts, headlines, and making history. They've built a young, exciting team. Aaliyah Boston, she's a beast. Her chemistry with Clark, it's already looking scary good. Throw in a few veteran leaders, and suddenly, this squad isn't just playing for fun. They're a real playoff threat. They didn't just win the draft, they won the whole conversation. They're no longer the underdogs. They're the team to beat. That's a huge shift, and it happened almost overnight. But here's the thing. Caitlin Clark's rise isn't just about scoring points or winning games. It's about changing the game itself. It's about confidence. It's about proving people wrong, and then smiling as you do it. She's showing little girls everywhere that they can be stars too. That women's basketball isn't just an afterthought or a lesser version of the men's game. She's proving that being bold, flashy, and even a little cocky isn't a bad thing. It's power. It's what greatness looks like. Before Caitlin, a lot of people didn't even know the WNBA season had started. Now, they're arguing about it like their lives depend on it. Social media is on fire. Fake rivalries, hot takes, and debates are happening every single day. And what's Caitlin doing? Smiling and pulling up from half court like it's nothing. For years, the WNBA wanted more attention, respect, and support. Now they have it. Record-breaking ratings, packed arenas, and non-stop media coverage. And somehow, people are mad. You wanted the spotlight. Now it's blinding. And it's all because one rookie didn't wait her turn. She just took it. So whether you love her, hate her, or pretend you don't care, guess what? You're still watching. She made sure of that. Caitlin didn't just change the game. She made sure you couldn't look away. Now let's break this down. Has Caitlin Clark won every game in her rookie season? No. She's had tough nights. She's missed shots. She's turned the ball over. That's what rookies do. Even the greats don't show up and win everything on day one. But being undefeated isn't just about a win-loss record. It's about impact. It's about making such a big splash that the old rules don't even matter anymore. And in that way, Caitlin Clark is one. She's brought back old fans. She's brought in new fans. She's made the Indiana Fever must-watch TV. Every game feels like an event. She didn't just turn heads. She snapped necks. And don't even start with the "she's not even the best player yet" talk. Do you think she doesn't know that? She's not out here calling herself the greatest of all time. She's just out here hooping while everyone loses their minds over it. Haters said she was just a college star, now she's packing NBA arenas. They said her game wouldn't work in the WNBA. Now she's setting attendance records. They said she couldn't carry a team. Now the Fever are the most talked about squad in the league. So go ahead, doubt her, complain, tweet about it. But here's what you can't do. You can't ignore her. You can't deny her impact. And you definitely can't pretend the WNBA hasn't changed since she arrived. Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA. She took over the WNBA. She walked in, basketball in one hand, mic in the other, and said, "Watch this." And the league? It'll never be the same again. You can either get on board or get out of the way. And that's the truth. Caitlin Clark didn't just make noise. She flipped the entire league upside down, from empty seats to sellouts, from being overlooked to becoming the show. Whether you love her, doubt her, or secretly binge-watch her highlights, one thing is for sure, she's undefeated where it really matters, making an impact.